Jesus Christ declares today that he possesses knowledge of your true nature. Within oneself, there exist limitations, and there are occasions when one reaches a point where they have had sufficient. Exert utmost endeavor to uphold tranquility and concord in your interactions with others. Prevent the adversary from determining the course of your life or the lives of those in your vicinity. Refrain from becoming a means of discouragement or attack towards people who have harmed you. Strive to maintain peace with those around you to the fullest extent possible. The Father asserts that he is focused on the task at hand. Angelic beings are specifically designated to observe you, and their attention is constantly fixed on my presence on the throne. These angels carefully examine my expression towards them with a formidable level of concentration and intensity, solely seeking the next task on your behalf. I will promptly take action to protect and fortify you against any harm or attack, so please calm down and release your grip. This conflict does not concern you. It is only mine to fight, and I am fully capable of defeating your adversary in every aspect. When you are pushed to your maximum capacity, the Father advises you to deliberately choose to humble yourself and engage in worship. I bestow favor upon those who are modest, yet I position my troops in formation against those who are arrogant and argumentative. By responding with feelings of pride and fury, you position yourself in a state of hostility towards me. Avoid this mistake, since I genuinely care about your well-being and would never choose to withhold my support and kindness towards you. The Father declares that this is your moment. Do not despair or be discouraged. Today, you will witness a remarkable manifestation of my mercy, as a new day begins and the sun rises. According to divine proclamation, individuals who are treating you with disrespect will be completely removed from your life. They have ridiculed and their remarks have been strong and forceful against you. They have ridiculed and spoken malicious words about you, but they have failed to understand that when they harm you, they are directly hurting something very dear to me. Do not lose hope when the opponent attacks and intimidates you. Retaliation is unnecessary since I will surpass you in doing so. I am swiftly coming to your aid today, declares the Father. Do not get discouraged by the negative report, letter, phone call, or message that brings alarming news of an imminent catastrophe. Can you perceive the palpitations in your heart? That is the manifestation of the Father's amusement emerging from within you. The one who resides in the celestial realm shall express amusement. Discover a state of safety and protection within my embrace, declares the Father, as the negative information is indeed a deceptive account. If you cooperate and work with me, I will ensure your safety and security, regardless of the circumstances. The Father advises you to behave with integrity and openness. By doing so, you will be immune to the enemy's assault, as I am your protective barrier from all directions. I am addressing and strengthening every weakness and deficiency in your life. I am proceeding to uncover and neutralize any concealed trap. The Father assures you that He is by your side and will never abandon you or permit any harm to befall you. According to God, the most influential force supporting you in the ongoing conflict is the alignment of thoughts and beliefs in the celestial realm. Amidst the struggles and obstacles faced by those around you, I urge you to vocalize your agreement that positive change is imminent and that their lives are about to experience a significant breakthrough. The Father affirms that He desires you to serve as the messenger of liberation and prosperity for the individuals who are currently experiencing oppression, whom you will come across today. One can identify them from the visible signs of tension on their features and their distracted, downward gaze. The Father declares that you possess authority and influence in the world. Today, I grant you permission to speak words of kindness and prosperity over everyone you encounter. Put aside any disagreements, unpleasant arguments, and feelings of contempt. The adversary incites conflict because he understands that a lack of cohesion and agreement in your relationships creates an opportunity for him to exploit and spread corruption. Seal the gaps of conflict and disagreement. Take initiative and don't hesitate to act, regardless of whether or not the other person in your life will comply. I have appointed you, bestowed my favor upon you, and given you guidance. Now is the opportune moment for you to abandon your insistence on asserting your entitlements and pursuing your personal desires. I will elevate, protect, and provide for you directly as you willingly choose to embrace a state of humility and tranquility in the current circumstances, declares the Father. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks. Today, God declares that He is creating a significant bond in your life with both people who experience joy and others who are emotionally wounded. The Father urges you to open your heart. By choosing to connect with individuals who are grateful and joyful, you will receive the same blessing from me. Avoid letting feelings of anger or covetousness taint your brother's happiness at the blessings I have bestowed upon him. There is no need for resentment or envy because I will definitely continue to do for others what I have done for you, and even more so in your life. By expressing admiration and delight for the actions I am undertaking in the lives of your associate, you activate that same kind favor in your own life. By embracing and celebrating the superiority I bestow upon you compared to others, you effectively generate a corresponding environment of favor and blessings around yourself, both emotionally and spiritually. In the upcoming days, you will have the chance to demonstrate your compassion for someone who is deeply saddened. Do not avert your gaze. Do not internally believe that you lack the time to offer assistance to this disheartened individual. May your touch mirror mine and your words be authentic and comforting. Despite the perception of their actions as unneeded or immature, choose to love them as they are and express my compassion and comfort. By doing so, you will enter a realm where the love that is unwavering will not only uplift them from their current state of despair, but you will also personally undergo a spiritual elevation and gain access to divine blessings that were previously inaccessible to you. As you empathize with those who are suffering and extend my compassionate nature to this wounded soul, you will witness the barriers that have hindered your progress being removed. Jesus instructs us to bless those who curse us today. Bestow benevolence and elegance upon those who belittle and scorn you. Do not let yourself become disheartened when your critics express their anger and frustration. They are unable to demolish the dwelling of my presence within you. Commend these chattering, irritable youngsters. Commend them with accolades and beseech my divine favor onto those who gaze upon you with ill intentions, as if you were a criminal or wrongdoer. Request my favor and grace upon your adversary, declares the Father. By doing so, you will align the celestial realm to abundantly provide for all your personal needs. Bestow your adversaries with the virtues of sobriety and sincerity. The Father declares, "Ask me." Request that I bestow blessings upon your adversaries and employ them to further my divine purpose. Bestow my sanctifying blessing upon those who criticize you. Is it not appropriate for someone of your elevated position to be scared by their insignificant and worthless threats? The Father asserts that they are unable to obtain their desires. They have fervently prayed, exhausting their voices, requesting that I pass severe judgments and act harshly towards you. However, I kindly request that you inundate them with an overwhelming flood of my boundless love, kindness, and mercy. I will facilitate their prosperity and alleviate the furrows of wrath on their forehead, enabling them to experience the tranquility of my serenity. Engaging in war and entering into a battle requires the participation of two parties. Do not lower yourself to that state of disgrace. Request that I bestow my favor upon those who oppose, criticize, and express negative views towards you, and I will so engage them with my benevolence that they will be too preoccupied to continue causing difficulties in your life. Today, God is declaring that He has appointed you to serve as a channel through which blessings flow, rather than only a recipient of blessings. I am extending an invitation to you today to serve as a distribution point for the resources of the kingdom. In my teachings, I stated that the riches of those who are morally corrupt are reserved for those who are morally upright. I have cleansed you. I have purified you, and I am ready to employ you to provide assistance to people who are desperately in need of resources and those who lack someone to speak on their behalf. Venture outside today and let your gaze discover those that elude the attention of others. Your tactile contact, your compassionate nature, and your affection will transform the anguish of the marginalized individuals into optimism and elation. The actions you have taken towards these individuals who are considered to be of lesser importance, you have also taken towards me. You inquired about the whereabouts of the entirety of the monetary funds. I will allocate resources and support to individuals who consistently demonstrate a compassionate and giving attitude when confronted with others in need. Place utmost importance on your fellow believers. Allocate according to their specific needs. Generously donate from your excess resources till your storage areas resound with evidence of your enthusiasm to bring blessings and be a source of blessings. The Father assures you that this will ultimately be advantageous for you. I will reciprocate any actions you take to benefit others. Become an empty vessel. Bring immense happiness to the weary spirits of those who are uncertain about the source of their solution. I have given you authority and entrusted you with a specific task. The speed at which you respond to others in need will directly determine how quickly I respond to you. Jesus Christ proclaims that your joy instills fear in the enemy. You have pondered, God, what is my purpose in this place? The Father exclaims with a hearty laugh, "Bah ha ha." You are an improvised explosive device, IED, that I have strategically placed. I have strategically positioned you as an improvised explosive device within the supply route of the discourager and the opposer. You possess a huge amount of joy and delight, and when you decide to unleash it, you will effectively eliminate a whole section of the enemy's supply chain. Allow the profound sense of delight to reverberate and liberate throughout your heart today. Embrace joy as your preferred option and deliberate choice. The Father asserts that the enemy is defenseless against your joy. Experience complete delight. Spread happiness and positivity throughout the day. Allow profound elation to ignite inside the depths of your being. I have instilled inside you the highly flammable elements of righteousness, joy, and peace. You will realize that you are attracting attention when people start asking you, "Who do you believe yourself to be?" Simply chuckle. Laugh heartily, without any worries, as I am taking care of every concern that you would be cautious about. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, as I am focused on my own tasks. You will fully experience the benefits of my salvation and find great joy in the blessings I have given you today. Today, God advises you to protect your heart from adopting the attitude of the contemptuous. The skeptics and detractors ostentatiously display their wisdom and condescendingly affirm their "I told you so" remarks, but they receive their just recompense. I will bestow my blessing onto those who are ready to be perceived as foolish, despised, and maligned while striving to bring honor to me. Therefore, do not fall behind. Be the pioneer who immerses themselves in the river of my glory, causing those following behind to be soaked by the forceful splash you create. I am ablaze with passion, both in the upper and lower regions of my body. The river of my spirit is a scorching torrent that alters the terrain as it moves to deliver, rescue, and restore. Increase the intensity of the burner and let your enthusiasm to reach its maximum level, since it is exhilarating to experience life in my realm. I derive no enjoyment from individuals who are skeptical or those who observe with derision. Be the pioneer in embracing my current actions and disregard others' opinions. The Father acknowledges that you are a person who sets trends. Be aware that your life is currently progressing towards triumph and fate. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks. Today, God urges you to allow His love to be reciprocated in your life. Utter in your innermost being, "I shall never depart from you, I shall never abandon you." Convey to your brother and sister, the spiritual family to whom I have united you, the following message: I will always be with you and will never abandon you. Indeed, it is accurate to say that partnerships experience fluctuations, and the perceptions of men regarding my actions often diverge from my true intentions. However, I am currently surrounded by the chaos that is created by men, as stated by the Father. Allow your love to exhibit its reciprocal benevolence towards people who stumble and struggle, and who appear to be resistant to acquiring the knowledge I wish to impart upon them. The Father expresses affection for them. Love them unconditionally. The things that they vociferously criticize are merely the outward expression of immaturity within their own hearts. Show them mercy. Express love without any conditions or limitations. After the smoke dissipates and the show concludes, simply offer a polite applause and continue to love, for love endures all storms, even the minor ones caused by narrow-minded individuals. Adore them. Set them free. If you bless them, you will become the favored child of your Abba Daddy Father. Prepare yourself to demonstrate love even in challenging circumstances, as instructed by God. When you discover that your hand is tightly closed in opposition to your neighbor, silently affirm in your innermost being, "Father, may your love govern my actions and decisions today." By embracing the love bestowed upon you by the Father, you get access to a realm of unfailing success that I have specifically set aside for you at this particular phase of your life. Disregard whatever injustice endured. Ignore the sneer on your persecutor's face. I will handle them. I will cherish them and draw them close to me. Ensure that your affection is genuine. May my love, and love in general, permeate your life in a way that is genuine and unshakable. The Father asserts that love may thrive even in challenging circumstances. Channel your animosity towards wickedness into a flawless animosity by embracing boundless and generous love. When you become tired and weak in your love, and you find yourself succumbing to anger and fear, direct your attention towards me and hold on to me tightly. In that very moment, I will pull you towards me and swiftly transport you from a state of vulnerability to one of resilience. From there, you will progress towards the ultimate benefit that is bestowed upon those who consciously decide to possess my affection. God commands you to go forth and fulfill the role of an encourager today. Provide people with encouragement and solace, despite experiencing a scarcity of these things in your own life. I will replicate the actions you perform for others on your behalf. I liberated Job from his own captivity when he interceded for his friends in prayer. I bestowed upon him great honor and restored to him a quantity far exceeding what he had lost, while his so-called friends remained around and criticized his moral qualities. Some individuals in your life may ridicule you when they observe disappointment and discouragement reflected on your countenance. They secretly plot and hold a disdainful religious belief that this is a favorable situation. Adore them. May they be granted blessings. Grant them the freedom to fulfill my will for their lives. The ultimate outcome in your life will be growth and not decline. I stated that the ultimate outcome will involve growth and not a decrease. Even individuals who believe they have control over your destiny will approach you seeking forgiveness. Be quick to forgive. Practice forgiveness generously. The abundant gifts that I possess, which are currently hidden from your sight, will flow abundantly towards you as you willingly and generously bestow your love and kindness upon those others in your life who may not be deserving of it. Jesus affirms that supremacy is attained by service. I have bestowed upon you a heart that is dedicated to serving others. I have instilled within you the quality of meekness, which you can utilize as a valuable asset when those around you are behaving aggressively and recklessly. When the enemy's criticisms come your way, they will vanish completely due to your humble spirit, which I have bestowed upon you today. Do not worry about those who desire authority and control. They will not gain dominance in your life. They are unable to obtain their desired outcome because you belong to me, and I will safeguard and advocate for my own interests in your life. Resolve within yourself to become a child of your Father today and imitate me, just as I did when I washed Judas' feet. The Father offers you the chance to cleanse the feet of your adversary. Do not abstain from the task. You have requested promotion and opportunity from me, and I will provide you with the necessary means to achieve them. I hereby bestow upon you my influential essence, provided that you embrace nothing but humility, just as I adorned myself with a plain towel and cleansed the feet of the traitor who handed me over to suffer on the cross, endure the scourging, and be pierced by the nails. Take solace in this, as the Father assures you. Examine the situation and observe the divine plan in action to expedite the fulfillment of my intentions in your life. Jesus Christ declares that today He has decreed that you shall partake abundantly of His essence. If you maintain your faith and trust in me, you will never require an alternate solution to the solutions and provisions that I am willing and have already given. By offering my sacrifice on the cross, I permanently define the extent of my willingness to act on your behalf. I will answer the question today because the mountains are already in motion. The more vehemently the adversary objects, the more certain you can be of my presence and my clear response to the longing of your heart. I have made arrangements on Calvary, but it is your responsibility to actualize Calvary's provisions in your own life. The Father declares that He does not show favoritism based on a person's status or position, but rather He values and honors those who demonstrate faith. If you apply your religion in the same way that others have used theirs, you will observe identical outcomes. Belief results in the realization of the resources provided by Calvary. Take action based on your beliefs, express your beliefs verbally, and let your beliefs guide your decisions and actions. Your faith unites heaven and earth and materializes the essence of my being and presence in your life. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks. According to God, all the prayers I made on earth have been fulfilled on your behalf. I fervently prayed for unity, and my prayer has been answered as we have become a single entity. I beseech from my human nature for you and I to become unified in essence, and indeed we have been unified in essence. The qualities that are accurate about myself in the celestial realm are equally accurate about you in the terrestrial realm. You are the same as I am. Just as I exist in the heavens, you exist on the earth. Neither the devil, nor any condition, nor any force in heaven or earth can contradict that unchangeable fact. I have facilitated your flawless progression into my being, while simultaneously descending into my abode within your own spiritual essence. You are positioned with me in the celestial realm, and I am present by your side in every adversity and circumstance that you encounter. Do not perceive yourself with a mindset of inferiority, since you possess the same worth and even greater capabilities than any problem. The essence of my being resides within you, both presently and at all times. According to the Father, it is important to understand that even when you are at your lowest point, I am completely divine. During the intense combat against you, I possess complete divinity. When you feel like you can't bear another second, I, as the divine being, will be there to faithfully redeem, create, and rescue you, fulfilling your needs. The Father asserts that it is simply His inherent identity. That is my occupation. According to God, the internal pressure within you that leads to eternal life is higher than the external pressures that aim to take away your happiness. I have granted you authority over the globe as well as over your own individual existence. Despite any sense of powerlessness and challenges, it is a truth that you have been granted a divine role and authority in life. You possess the power to articulate words and witness their efficacy in instigating change and metamorphosis in both your own life and the lives of those in your vicinity. As the Father, I reside within you, making you a living embodiment of the grace you have requested me to demonstrate on your behalf. You are not simply an observer of these matters, rather, you actively participate in my kingdom. The essence of my kingdom is manifested via the virtue of righteousness, which generates profound delight and fulfills the peace that you have earnestly sought and requested from me for your life. The Father instructs you to open your mouth wide, and He will proceed to fill it. Transform your demands into requisitions and your statements into decrees of what is certain to occur. The Father has placed and seated you in heavenly realms in Christ. You possess the power and right to conduct the Father's affairs, which have the ability to connect heaven and earth. Take control of your destiny now and refuse to be swayed by the challenges of life. The rule in Christ states that the Father has authority. Implement that regulation today, even if the government is closely monitoring your actions, in a fresh and authentic manner. According to God, a person's thoughts determine their true nature. Are you truly desiring to embody the manifestation of the negative ideas that occasionally torment you? You do not belong to the realm of darkness. You are not a manifestation of obscurity, and I have not summoned you to traverse the realms of obscurity, lack of knowledge, or spiritual distress. Allow my thoughts to dominate your mind today. Allow yourself to be directed by my guidance, which will lead you away from difficulties and towards opportunities that reflect my nature, my affection, and my capacity to fulfill every commitment I have made to you, both inside your heart and in my written teachings. The Father asserts that His promises are eternal. They are perishable. I do not use a timer when writing. You have endured a lengthy period of waiting, and unfortunately, the waiting is still ongoing. However, my remarks will not be unsuccessful. My assurances are unwavering, and my provision will keep you in a state of safety until the complete certainty becomes a tangible experience in your life. Therefore, refrain from succumbing to the intoxicating effects of dread, worry, and anxiety. Fear and anxiety impair your ability to make rational decisions and lead you to align with the adversary. The adversary flourishes in an environment characterized by apprehension and anxiety. I am reaching out to you today due to my deep concern and apprehension. Direct your attention towards my thoughts. Align your thinking with my mindset and my objective. Divert your attention from the requests of the adversary and prioritize the establishment of my dominion. By doing so, you will get your salvation, as declared by your deity.